All right, so something I really don't care about just happened, but it's honestly hilarious, so we're gonna have to talk about it. It's another one of these people that absolutely imploded their entire careers, and it's all their own fault. And honestly, should their career be destroyed by something like this? No. Am I happy it is? Yes. So this is Sabrina Carpenter. She's like some famous singer lady that literally only gay dudes and straight women listen to, that have had issues with men, because her entire brand is men bad. Hey men, posts a picture of her looking at pigs. Ha, do you get it? It's because men are pigs. Anyway, she goes out there and sexualizes herself for men in TV shows and whatever, but that's irrelevant. That's okay, because she doesn't actually care about any of the things she preaches whatsoever. She is literally just a virtue signaler through and through. When she was asked in the past, hey Sabrina Carpenter, you're a famous singer or whatever, your entire brand is saying you hate men. I can't show you any of those clips and her actual music videos because I will get copyrighted to oblivion. So they asked her for advice. How do you write good music?
Call men stupid in every possible way that you can.
You just call men stupid in every possible way that you can.
And as time went on, I learned the way to make music. You write what speaks to you, and you write the music that you want to listen to yourself. Call men stupid in every possible way that you can. Let's call men stupid again. Fuck it.
Yeah, so call men stupid a lot in your music, and all of a sudden you will sell it out to misandrists. Now, my response to this, obviously, is even George Floyd.
Call men stupid in every possible way that you can.
Even George Floyd. You know, like, it works every time. It's honestly very funny. It's a very entertaining thing to do. This was her in Coachella, where she got a whole bunch of men to wear dog costumes, performing the song Man Child. I can't play it for copyright purposes. But yeah, so this is basically the brand. The brand is men bad. Now, we need an alternative. In my opinion, we need a new male singer named Saber Carpet Bomb, and he shows up and just purely makes misogynistic videos about women, how they need to get back in the kitchen and stuff. I feel like there would be a market for it. A lot of people are too scared to do it right now, but I feel like we could make that work. Anyway, now that we're just understanding that a vast amount of, like, the overall industry, you know, when it comes to entertainment and stuff, is just saying men bad, and then you wonder, it's like, I don't understand why men are willing to move towards a world that's a little more vicious and stuff. Well, I mean, to be honest, we tried. We tried to be good to you. We tried to give you everything that we possibly could, and this is how we're repaid. So, yeah, we are moving on. Why are young men becoming so right-wing? It's because what do we get by not being right-wing? We don't get virtuous women, that's for sure. Most people don't get virgins on their wedding night. Most men don't even have a wedding night. Men have been so good to everyone else in society for so long, given all of these so-called rights to all of these so-called groups of people. Letting in infinite immigrants, absolutely, no doubt. No racism, no discrimination. Well, we tried that path. That path failed. Now, this Sabrina Carpenter individual just ended her entire career by doing something Islamophobic. And we're going to look into it right now because I fully support Islamophobia, but I also fully support Sabrina Carpenter. God, that sounds so bad. I also fully support Sabrina Carpenter obliterating her own career because woke people are retarded. Lock in, boys and girls.
Sabrina Carpenter is getting cancelled at Coachella. Not for being unreasonable, but for offending the wrong people. As someone started doing this during her show.
Is that what you're doing? I don't like it.
Get a lot. It's like literally a nothing. I don't like it. Oh, she's right, by the way.
That's your culture, is yodeling?
Now, apparently in the copyright claim...
Is that it, bro? Really? That's it? And that's what got her entire people to... Listen, man. Let's Sabrina Carpenter. Let me be real here. You desperately, clearly want a husband, and you're overcompensating. You want children, and unfortunately for you, you've managed to, pigeonhole yourself in a career where you have to be a girl boss and miserable and alone. We get it. We get it. And now, she probably would disagree with that sentiment, but her opinion doesn't matter, because biology is more real than her lies. But the real truth, Nuke, is some cultures are actually inferior, especially the rapey ones.
In clips, you can lightly hear one of the yodelers, shouting it's because they're Arab and it's their culture. But I'd imagine anybody who paid over $2,000 to see Sabrina Carpenter, the literal mac and cheese of music, and nothing against mac and cheese or Sabrina's music, it's just a plain, predictable, corporate-produced product that pleases the masses.
True.
But if you came for Sabrina, you probably didn't ask to hear Zagroda. But according to the internet, that's racist. As on hyperleft Reddit,
yes, kill her for this. Actually, that was a joke. All right, don't actually kill her for this. But man, yes, this is amazing. I see so many people being like, Sabrina Carpenter did nothing wrong. No. This downfall was promised to be 3,000 years ago. You're gonna pander to the gigawokes? Oh, they will fucking eat you alive.
11,000 upvoted post had all the top comments saying it had racist undertones.
Absolutely it did. Of course it did, because some cultures are inferior. And everyone prefers, well, not everyone, but most people prefer their own cultures. And that is actually okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Literally get a fucking life. But these people, they convince themselves that the world lives in some global hodgepodge. I'm supposed to, like, appreciate, the actual child molestation, goat fucking yodel culture in Egypt as much as I'm supposed to love and respect the culture in the United States of America. And honestly, I don't. Egyptian culture is fucking shit, comparatively speaking. Not trying to roast the Egyptians or anything, but there's a reason why Egyptian immigrants keep trying to move to America, but you don't have a lot of Americans trying to move to Egypt. I'm just noticing. Notice how all these countries are all better than America. They're in America. They're waving foreign flags. They all hate our country, right? They're screaming and shouting and yelling, and yet they're all fucking here. Do you wonder why? Bro, the Free Palestine bitches are really going to be out here being like, I'm sensing racist undertones from the fact that you dislike another culture. Palestine's one of the most inferior cultures on the planet. So I understand why you'd be offended by this. Palestine's number one export is terrorism, bro. And losing wars that they start. All right, I'm definitely not getting a lot of new fans from this video. But the reality is, I don't give a fuck. I just say what I think. And I can't ever be destroyed because I will always say what I think. Sabrina Carpenter, who's a complete and utter facsimile of a human being, not a real fucking person, just a plastic individual, she'll get obliterated by accidentally letting the truth slip for a second. Palestine literally has child marriage, child soldiers, and sex slavery. They execute gay people. And every dumb fuck, average milquetoast leftoid is going to be like, actually, Palestinian culture is awesome. Palestinian culture is shit. All right, this isn't an excuse for exterminating Palestinians or anything. No, the excuse for that is that they started a war and lost.
Blaming her for not having an Arab friend, and even saying, don't give white women a chance, they'll let you down.
True. Just hate whites. Hate whites to prove that you're not racist. Based.
Absolutely insane how quickly they changed what happened.
Oh,
a performer on stage playing American pop songs didn't like getting distracted by Arab chants. As suddenly
No. She's just racist, actually.
He turned into, this is why white people bad. And even on the Reddit posts that supported Sabrina against the shouting in the audience was of course deleted immediately by their moderators. Or to silence the logic of, why do you feel the need to force other cultures to listen to yours? As it isn't about Sabrina accepting Arab traditions, it's about the left flexing their influence.
You see, the thing is, I am very clear about this. I don't think that the culture in Pakistan is very good. However, I want everyone in Pakistan to live glorious and prosperous lives. In Pakistan specifically, exclusively, actually, not just specifically. In fact, if all of the Pakistanis in England would move back to Pakistan because they're turning Pakistan into a glorious civilization, that would be awesome. That would be great, actually. Right, so I don't have any. It's not racist for me to say that their culture is inferior.
That even a popular platinum-selling pop star still has to adhere to the Church of Inclusion.
That's right.
As the viral ex-post claiming she doesn't like cultural Arabic chair, as she's insensitive and phobic before getting copyright claimed, got over 28 million views, where people tried to point out how Zagroda is Arab, not specific to religion. But OP replied, it doesn't matter. Still hold her accountable for being problematic, as MAGA Brina.
Bro, this is awesome. Stop deflecting onto me and hold Sabrina accountable for her problematic actions. 93% of Arabs are Muslim. So therefore, let me get this straight. So therefore, it's Islamophobic if you're anti-Arab because 93% of Arabs are Muslim. So how is it not? Wait. These are the same people that it's like, it's not actually anti-Semitic. It's just anti-Zionist. Well, 90% of Zionists are Jews. It's like, or rather the other way around, 90% of Jews are Zionists. So like, these people, they're just hodgepodges. None of their opinions mean anything, actually at all. And for some reason, they have a right to vote. We have to figure this out, man.
Still hold her accountable for being problematic, as MAGA Brina has now been trending
MAGA Brina, bro, because she says, is that your culture? Bro, can we make this a meme? Not MAGA Brina, just like, is that your culture? With a picture of like the wokest fucker on the planet, just to show that you make one slip up, barely even a slip up, bro, and it's over. No, but the thing is, saying is that your culture is completely valid. It's like, otherwise you could just make shit up and they'll just believe you every time. Actually, in my culture, it's very beautiful. We throw shit at each other one day a year. Sometimes we eat the shit because it has healing properties. And then instead of just, questioning it, they'll just be like, oh my God, that's beautiful. I love that. Now, you're probably wondering why I came up with that. That's because that actually is a thing that they do in a certain town in India. They actually do this one day a year. But anyway, that's a discussion for another day.
everywhere, as there's almost zero overlap between the two, other than Popular Blonde says something the left doesn't like. As sadly, Sabrina immediately bent the knee.
Sadly? Bro, everyone is such a pussy, bro. Sorry, Decoy. I'm just gonna call you out for this one, because I love your videos. Sadly? Bro, she played right into their hands. And now that she apologized, they will force her to apologize for everything, and she will ever continue to capitulate and apologize until she is inevitably miserable and alone, convincing younger women that they should also aim for fame and lie and say they hate men so that they can also become miserable and alone just like her. No, absolutely. I love that she's caving to the masses. It's awesome, actually. I would never do it if I was, like, in her position, obviously, because apologizing to the masses, like, I don't know the masses anything. But I'm really glad she did.
Saying, I apologize, I couldn't see or hear them clearly, I should have handled it better, I welcome all cheers and yodels from here on out.
Absolute cucked. All right, someone needs to go out there with some random retard sounds and then, immediately, and what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? How's she gonna stop you from making retard noises? You go out there and you start gurgling at her, and what's she gonna do? She's not gonna ask you if that's your culture. She's just gonna have to accept it.
And if she was
complete capitulation to the mob, it's awesome.
Before, she's forever going to be,
especially because no one is ever gonna like forgive her for this. Like that's the thing about the left. I'm gonna hit you with the truth, Nuke. Religion includes forgiveness. Forgiveness is done by the grace of God. God forgives. The left doesn't believe in God for the most part, and therefore they will never forgive. And that's why you see if someone makes a mistake on the left, they get ostracized. If someone makes a mistake on the right, for the most part, if they try to redeem themselves, they're accepted.
On her back foot, desperately trying not to offend the most fragile emotion in her million-member fanbase. While on X, everybody was asking, why would you apologize and not double down to defend yourself?
Woke white woman? The bane of civilization.
But it's just another example of those who live based on reality versus those who live based on consensus. As the gist of it is, tribally, strong men believe what they see and act upon it, but vulnerable individuals have to see things through a consensus filter. If they believe something that the tribe doesn't, they're in danger of being exiled, so they can't act upon their own beliefs and best interests, hence, don't interrupt my show. No. Everybody's shouting at you, just accept the interruption or you're a racist. And since basically
let her fold, actually. I think that's awesome.
None of her product appeals to men, she's condemned to live by consensus of the most insanely sensitive individuals known to humanity.
Right.
That's why I say she's nothing like Sydney Sweeney. She had her, quote, controversy over her ad about blue jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
They demanded an apology, and she still refused.
White people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And
that's weird.
Since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when
I wanted to give you an opportunity to capitulate to the mob.
I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
So a rapper got angry at her.
My jeans are blue.
But since then, has changed her stance on talking.
If you're a celebrity, shut the f*** up.
It all comes around. Oh, absolute
Who
cinema.
wants to hear?
It's sad as this Sabrina nonsense just shows us the oppression Olympics is still alive and well within the left, proving even though much of Hollywood has escaped it, if some idiots are dumb enough to
No, it's not that much of Hollywood has escaped it. It's that the people are just tired of it. And I think it's awesome that she does it because, like, a lot of people, in my opinion, a lot of people are cowards. And for the grifter, retard, leftoid cowards, I love watching the mob consume them because it's literally all their own fault. And I will feel not bad for her at all. For all this harassment that she's getting, she literally built it. She culminated that audience. All of her songs are kill men, men bad, kill men bad, men stupid. That is all of her songs. That's her entire brand. I don't mind at all that she gets consumed by this hormone-driven mob. Literally awesome, actually.
still listen to them, they'll always have to live their lives based on the loudest idiot in the room.
True. And they will control her for the rest of her life, and there's nothing she can do about it, because she literally gave them all the power over her. And she will face the consequences of her actions and decisions for the rest of her life. I am a big fan of consequences, actually. I think they're awesome. So yeah, no, actually, 100%. In fact, you know, she'll apologize for like, I'm so sorry. So yeah, I don't agree necessarily with the decoy take here. I think the fact that she apologized is awesome, and she will continue to capitulate and continue to apologize, and she'll spiral forever. And I think that this is just a great example of what not to do. And I think it's negative learning is just as important as positive learning sometimes. Now, this bitch over here, this anti-man bitch with the woke audience that's eating her alive, and she had to apologize. Like, notice how she didn't apologize for this, right? Doing like hypersexual kill men fantasy music videos in churches, all right? She's not apologizing to Christian culture. Notice how she doesn't actually care about something like that. It's not that, because a lot of people don't understand something. She doesn't care about offending people. Offending people doesn't matter to her at all. She doesn't have any actual values or value system that she wants to actually uphold. She doesn't believe in any of this stuff. It's virtue signaling and pandering to this radical leftoid audience, and they'll eat her alive, and that'll be awesome. So, to quote one of the greatest philosophers of our time, Nuxtradamus, you live by the woke, you fucking die by the woke.